Hello, my friends. Another beautiful week of August has passed. Orange and yellow seem to be the colors of this late August vlog. I've been picking more and more tomatoes over the past week. Every other day, I get a nice little bowl of sweet treats from my Sungold and Aztec tomato plants. I'm so grateful for this harvest because you sow the seeds late in March and it takes 5 months of growing before you get to this point and can finally enjoy the harvest. But it's worth it. And tomatoes are not the only orange things growing right now. Today I'm gonna be picking my sea buckthorn berries and we'll see if they are ripe. They are definitely completely orange and you can already sense this kind of orangey smell when you go near the berries, so I think they are ripe. We'll see. Time for a little taste test. They are so sour, but they are also very healthy. A lot of vitamin C, and the seeds contain these like omega-3 acids that are really good for you, so nature's medicine. That's enough for today. Perhaps a little bit of sugar needed, or honey. Sea buckthorn berries have about the same acidity as lemons or limes. Some say they get a bit sweeter after the first frost and they're also easier to pick when they're frozen. These berries, however, are quite ripe already. They're like tiny little pouches of juice with a seed in the middle. These berry shrubs grow naturally in windy coastal areas by the sea and are native to cold regions of Europe and Asia. I checked my garden planner and found out that I planted these thornless garden varieties 3 years ago. Because sea buckthorn is a wind-pollinated plant, I have one male shrub called tarmo and 2 female shrubs called terhi, which are the ones producing the berries. I picked some now to put in the freezer so I can enjoy a few berries each day with my breakfast yogurt, for example. I've read that sea buckthorn berries are particularly rich in vitamin C and they also contain vitamin E, antioxidants, and beneficial fatty acids. This is the first bigger harvest I've had so far, and I'll just pick them a little at a time throughout the fall to see if the taste gets any sweeter. These are growing in a very sunny, warm spot. I've heard you can also make tea by drying some of the leaves, but I haven't tried that yet. Perhaps later on I'll pick a few leaves and dry them for my pantry as well. I would definitely recommend sea buckthorn as an ornamental plant as well. I just love the fine, slightly silvery green leaves, which add an interesting change in foliage. I could imagine it looking quite nice next to a mahonia, for example, with its shiny dark green foliage and beautiful blueberries. I'd love to have mahonia in my garden. I had a few plants years ago, but I never found the right spot for them and the rabbits kept eating them every winter. Here in Finland we have an annual tree hugging week. It's always held during the last week of August. The main purpose is to encourage people to notice their surroundings and appreciate the importance of trees in our lives and in the landscape. You can hug a tree in the forest, in the city, or in your own garden and share a picture of it on social media. I think it's such a fun campaign because I just love trees. And I'm so fortunate to have these huge, very old pine trees in my yard. I wanted to show you just how big they are. Trees provide much needed shade in the garden, and I know that spending time among trees always helps me relax. I always feel so happy and small underneath these big old trees, and I hope I can protect them for as long as I possibly can. We are also celebrating our Finnish Nature Day on the last Saturday of August, when you can raise the Finnish flag in honor of our nature. In 2017, Finland became the first country in the world to officially fly the flag in honor of nature. On this day, people are also encouraged to spend a night outdoors, perhaps go camping, visit a national park, look at the stars, and simply enjoy being outside in nature. And of course, we're encouraged to bake some blueberry pie in whatever form we like. I noticed that many of my lingonberries, also known as low bush cranberries, are already ripening, so I picked some to bake a delicious lingonberry cheesecake to celebrate this abundant harvest season. The nights are slowly getting darker again, and I can feel autumn slowly making itself at home here. I hope you're having a wonderful end to August. I'll see you again in my next video.